Hi guys, let's put together a thinking of you card. And I don't know why, but for some reason I wasn't thinking, and I went ahead and backed this glittery cardstock with a charcoal gray. I should have waited until I was recording, and I didn't. I can't give you a good reason why. I'm working with a standard A2 size card base that measures 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I have one mat that goes on the inside. I cut it at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Then on the outside I have 3 mats. This came out of a paper stack that I got from Dollar Tree. It's just thin paper, but I love this pattern. Absolutely love the colors. Gorgeous. And then this guy, I cut it 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Then the white one I cut at 3 3/4 by 4 7/8. I cut it smaller because I like the floral around it. And then the final one is cut at 3 5/8 by 4 3/4. Then I got out this green ribbon. It just happens to match perfectly. Or at least I think it does. And then I got down these hearts. Now these look like they're black, but they're not. They are deep, deep purple. And I always use a baby wipe after I put them on whatever I'm putting them on. And I kind of wipe off the top, any oils from my hands, from handling them. Anyway, it's a beautiful purple. So we're using those. And then I'm using just a generic thinking of you stamp. My son just left. He came over to visit with me this evening. I love that kid. Oh, he's a young man. He's not a kid. And you know, I think about this often. I miss him being a little boy, but I wouldn't trade the relationship that he has, or that he and I have, for anything in the world. And while I miss him being a little boy, it's a completely different, how do I want to word this? He and I have always had a close relationship, so it stands to reason that we would still be close even though he's an adult now. And while I'm always going to be mom and he's always going to need mom, I don't have to be mommy, like protect him from everything and tuck him in at night type stuff, you know. Now we have intellectual conversations with one another that we couldn't have had when he was a little boy, you know. And I enjoy that the way that our relationship is today as opposed to when he was a little boy. Because now he's a young man who is intelligent, who pays attention to what's happening in the world, who cares about people. And I don't know, it's different. It's different being the mother of a young adult as opposed to the mother of a young child. It's a different, I don't know what word I'm looking for here. well, I don't know the correct word I'm looking for. My brain does that from time to time, just kind of spazzes out for a minute. And I'd still protect him from everything in the world if I could. Especially from people who have ill intentions and don't have his best interest at heart. Typically that is people of a different gender, than he is. As recently he'd been dating a girl and she really screwed him over, and it hurt. And as a mom, I would do anything in the world to take that pain away. And I think back to when I was younger, and, well, when I was with his dad. It was on again, off again. He was not good to me. He cheated, and it was just bad all the way around. I'm not going to get into all that. But I still kept going back because I loved him and because I wanted to make it work, because we had a child together, So from that perspective, I would do anything in the world to take that pain away from him. However, I know from my own experience that it doesn't have to hurt forever, and it doesn't have to damage you as a person. You can grow from it. You know what I mean? And that's what I talk with him about. And yeah, he gets a little frustrated from time to time with that kind of stuff, but I don't blame him, I used to get frustrated with my mom. Shoot, sometimes I still do. Sometimes she's just a lot, I wouldn't trade her for anything in the world either. And when I look at my mom and my son and my husband, which are the most important people in the world to me, the amount of gratitude that I have and the level of and knowing just how much I'm blessed to have those people, I guess is the best way for me to say that. There's no way I could not know what a blessing they are. But it took a lot of growing for me as a person. And unfortunately, it's going through growing up in nonsense, that we've all experienced when we were young, that turned me into the person that I am today. And I have said for years, anybody can say anything they want to say about me, but they can't say I'm a bad mom, Because from the time I found out that God was going to bless me with a child, everything else didn't matter anymore. All of the nonsense just didn't matter anymore. There were more important things to think about than silly little games, And he'll get there too. It just sucks knowing that you kind of got to go through crap to get there. But I'm still a mom first. And I'm not ever going to be okay with somebody intentionally hurting my son. And I hope I put this down straight. It'll work. The thing I don't like about this stamp is that the of and you are not, they're not level with one another. They kind of go upward, and it's the way the stamp's made. Alright. Yeah, my son has got a friend from high school who is about 25 years old, has never had a job, basically lives off of his grandparents. His grandparents pay for everything for him. I just don't know how somebody feel good about that. 25 years old and have never had a job, and having elderly grandparents pay your bills. I just don't know. I wouldn't feel good about that. I don't know how anybody does. But he don't seem to mind. He's real quick to spend their money. From the sounds of it anyway. Come on. Crap. I'm saying crap an awful lot. Dadgummit. Need more scissors. Just destroyed that end. This has been a frustrating crafting day. Come on. Crap. Can you say frustrating? Okay. Well, there you have it. I think it turned out cute. Wasn't quite what I wanted, but that's my fault. So there's that. You guys let me know what you think. Like I said, it turned out cute. It wasn't what I had in my mind when I originally thought of it. This is not what I saw, but I like it anyway. That's one of those don't stick yourself in a box, and when the lid opens, say, no, I'll find another way. You know what I mean? Just kind of allow it to be what it's going to be. So thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. I certainly appreciate it. I hope you all have a great day and a glorious tomorrow. Bye, guys.